All right, begin.
What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I hope each and every one of you are happy and healthy this morning. That's the most important thing. Now, before we go any further, I want to ask you guys a favor. If you don't mind, go ahead and punch that like button for me and also smash that share button so we can get this channel recognized. And if you're on Instagram, go ahead and give me a follow over there at NCTubTV so that we can stay connected. Now, with all of that said, let's go ahead and get down to business, guys, because I want to talk about this Kirk Franklin and Kerrion Franklin situation yet again. So we know that recently Kerrion was arrested in Beverly Hills. He was riding around with a busted taillight. He got pulled over by the cops. They ran their checks and discovered that the car that he was driving belonged to a woman that had been M'd. She was no longer here. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can read between the lines and understand where I'm coming from in that regard. So he's been locked up ever since, and he was locked up with no bond. Now, it seems that law enforcement officials did their due diligence and came to the conclusion that Kerrion Franklin is not guilty of what they were trying to charge him with, but he is guilty of something because now he has a bond, and his bond has been set at $35,000. Now, his bond is set at $35,000 and he's still in jail. So let me read to you all what they had to say in regards to this situation. And so it says here, despite the warrant, the Los Angeles court records state Kerrion's bond is now listed at $35,000. His next court date is scheduled for May 17th. Kerrion's famous father has yet to speak out on the situation, but likely has no interest in intervening. The reality star and his father had a falling out in 2021 after Kerrion leaked a recording of their private phone call. In the clip, Kirk can be heard berating his son and calling him a blank blank and threatening to place his foot up his blank. The gospel singer ended up issuing an apology to his fans after the audio leaked. I am sincerely sorry to all of you. I sincerely apologize. I want you to know as a father that during that conversation, I called the family therapist and got the therapist on the phone to try to help. He never played that part of the recording, Kurt said in a statement. All right, so let me say this. I think that Kirk Franklin is trifling. I think that he's a fake believer. I think that the person that Kerrion exposed on that recording is who Kirk Franklin is in real life. And listen, I'm not saying that Kerrion has not made mistakes. I understand that he has, but it feels like that Kirk Franklin just wants his son gone. He would rather for Kerrion to just disappear. And listen, this is not a lesson that Kirk is trying to teach Kerrion. This is being deliberately done on the part of Kirk Franklin to actually neglect his son. And so I personally believe that Kirk Franklin is nothing more and nothing less than a doozy bottom queen that needs to come out of the closet, right? He's talentless. He's no different from a DJ Khaled or a Flavor Flav. He's just in a different genre, running around on stage pigeon-toed, talking about can you get a witness? If only Kerrion had a witness to all the BS that you did to him when he was a child, allegedly. And right now I'm witnessing you be a neglecting little to your son. You know, even if he doesn't even want to talk to Kerrion, that's fine. Even if he doesn't want to see Kerrion's face, that's fine. What's wrong with you pushing the money in his direction to get him out of jail? And y'all, here's the thing, right? It's not like Kerrion's bill is set at $1 million. It's 35 G's. And in my estimation, I think that Kirk will only have to pay 10 to 15% of that. We're talking about $3,500 that Kirk has to pay, or Kerrion's mom will have to pay to get their child out of jail. And I know some people are going to jump in the comments and saying, well, Kerrion's a grown man and it's not his responsibility. Listen, I'm tired of hearing that from our community. Listen, you never stop being a parent. Get that through y'all heads. You never stop being a parent, right? You know, until you pass away or your children pass away, you never stop being a parent. You know, that's what's wrong with some of the kids within our community now. Some of the parents are telling their children before they even crawl, I can't wait till you turn 18 so you can get the hell up out of my house. And not understanding the impact of those words to certain children, right? Everybody can't handle that, right? And so when you tell certain kids, I can't wait till you get out of my house, they're looking at it like you want them out of the house. And so what do they end up doing? Some of them turn into the streets to try to get out of your house. And then when they get in trouble, right, they get locked up, you want to cry and boo-hoo, but you don't understand the power of the tongue. Yeah, the power of your tongue and what you said to your child to make them turn to the streets. But ultimately, I feel that Kirk Franklin missed the opportune time to repair the relationship between him and Kerrion, because in my estimation, he could have flew out to Los Angeles to bail out his son. Do you understand what that would have did for Kerrion to see his father on the other side coming to get him out of jail? You know, even Calvin Hunter and his son Kevin Jr. got into it, right? They got into a physical altercation at the gas station in New Jersey over the situation with Wendy Williams, right? You guys remember that? They got into a physical altercation and had to go to court and things of that nature. Even Calvin Hunter went to court with his son and told the judge, I do not want to press charges against my son. I love my son. And so I don't think that things have ever turned physical between Kirk Franklin and Kerrion. These are just words, and the fact that Kerrion exposed him. I really think that Kirk Franklin really disowns Kerrion and dislikes Kerrion because of what he did to Kerrion. And every time Kirk looks at Kerrion, it's just a sheer reminder of the monster that he is. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here and let y'all have that in the comments. Drop down and let me know what you think about this particular situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.
Well,